How to predict a divorce with 91% accuracy. 91% accuracy. Yo, you guys. Before I even get into this video, shout out to you guys. I got a couple of subscribers. I've been getting a couple of likes. Shout out to you guys. Please, please, please subscribe. Right now I'm in Toronto, so I'm taking a little bit of a vacation, but we're still on the grind. But yo, you guys, let's see how to predict if you're going to get divorced.
There is a world-renowned marriage counselor named John Gottman, and John Gottman has been studying marriages his entire career. That's all he does, is study marriages. He has a whole team of people that studies them. And he claims that he can predict whether or not a couple is going to get divorced with a 91% accuracy rate within the first 10 minutes of meeting them if they show the signs of fruitless fighting.
Fruitless fighting, and he can tell in the first 10 minutes. Damn.
Do you want to know what those signs are? It's scientifically proven that if you show all these signs, your marriage is in trouble. Well, the first sign is what we call harsh startup. Harsh startup means we need to talk. The harsh startup is you did it again. The harsh startup.
I find that being very confrontational, it has its benefits when you're trying to defend yourself. But when you're trying to be confrontational with your significant other, it can be good. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be we need to talk. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? If it's something very, very bad, then sure. But a situation of saying we need to talk when the issue is not that big, doesn't feel that good. But ultimately, people don't like confrontation.
Beginning the conversation already abruptly, already negatively, and already with a hostile attitude. Well, the next sign is actually four things. Gottman calls it the four horsemen. It's defensiveness, contempt, which we've already talked about, criticism, and stonewalling. Those are the four horsemen that together make up the next sign of divorce. Now, what is stonewalling? Stonewalling, which is when one person in the couple is just not responding. Stonewalling is, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe looking out the window, you're having a conversation, but they're not looking at you. They're not really telling you how you feel.
And that's kind of immature. I find that I used to kind of be like that when I was younger. I think it's more of an avoidance thing to do. And growing up, I definitely did have an avoidant personality, But I just find that, it's immature to do. If you're having a conversation with someone, it's always best to just try and talk it out. Talk out your feelings, and just try and fix things.
How they feel. You don't really know what's going on inside of them. Appears like that person doesn't even care. The next sign is very much related to the previous four. It's called flooding. Flooding is when you have so many feelings that you can't even speak them. So they're so flooded with feelings, they can't tell you how they feel. It's not that they don't have a feeling. They've got so many, they can't pick one. And flooding is very dangerous because it leads to the next sign. The next sign is physiological distress. If you've been allowing the conflict in your marriage to go on for so long, the anger to not get resolved for so long, you're going to start having physical problems. You're going to start having ulcers, backaches, neck aches. You're going to start drinking more. You're going to start having physiological problems. You're going to start failing from the inside. The last two signs of marriages that are in distress that leads towards divorce are bad memories and
imagine. Hold on.
Repair attempts.
I feel in terms of bad memories, imagine and this is something that I used to do all the time. Imagine your significant other doing something to you, and you just keep on bringing it up over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't feel right. You just keep on bringing it up over and over and over again. And you claim to have told them that you've forgiven them, it's okay, you're moving on, but no, I find that sometimes it's best to just let things go. I used to struggle with that a lot. Like just letting things go and being like, you know what, it's okay. I can let it slide. But listen, man, if you're watching this video and you have a problem with like letting things go, be it with friends or your significant other, please just try and, fix things.
What does bad memories means? What it means is you interpret history negatively. You're only remembering the negative things from the past. It's like, yeah, I remember our wedding. Yeah, he was late. He was late to that. He's still late today. You forget all the good things and you remember all the bad things. You're reinterpreting history negatively. Bad memories, bad sign, leading to bad things in your relationship. And the last thing is failed repair attempts. This is really critical. Everybody fights. Even good marriages fight. Fighting in a marriage is not a problem. The problem is, what are you going to do about it? And the really critical thing is to be able to repair what you did. Fighting isn't a problem. Not being able to repair it is.
The problem.
And repair attempts can be simple. It can be as simple as coming to a common understanding. It can be as simple as communicating that you're on the same side.
Real.
But you've got to have the ability to get back on the beam. You've got to have the ability to get back on track again. You've got to have the ability to repair. Most marriages never really solve their problems. Yeah, I know, that's sad news, but it's true. Gottman has discovered this, that you will spend most of your marriage fighting about the same issues over and over and over again. You're never going to see child rearing the same way. You're never going to see your in-laws the same way. You're never going to manage money the same way. You're never going to do lots of things the same way. You'll come to a common enough agreement to live with the difference between the two of you. But for most things that you fight about, you never do come to a common understanding of them. So why do people fight? You fight because you want to be connected. You feel disconnected and you're fighting to be reconnected.
Yeah. Like, and it took me a while to realize this. When it's all said and done, everyone, more times than not, most people do not want to fight. More times than not. Hold on. Before people in the comments start saying that's not true. More times than not, people don't want to fight. People just want to reach an understanding. And that's where fights happen. There's no way in hell you and someone else are going to think the same every single time. The only time that you can think the same with someone, for the most part, is your sibling, because you guys grew up together. And there's a chance that you guys might have different worldviews, because everyone has their own separate experiences. So, like, yeah, ultimately, I really do believe that when it comes to fighting in relationships, both parties want the thing to work. It's just a matter of, two people understanding each other.
You think you're fighting about money, you think you're fighting about her parents, but you're not. You're fighting because I need to feel connected to you and I don't. And if you feel reconnected to each other, then the subject that you're fighting about doesn't become as important. In psychology, we say, the thing is never the thing.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, you think you're fighting about something, you're not. You're fighting about whether or not we feel connected. And once we do feel connected, the thing all of a sudden doesn't seem so important.
But anyways, you guys, that is how to predict you're getting divorced with 91% accuracy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you're a bit older and you're watching this video and you've gone through a divorce, tell us about it in the comments. Talk to us, we'd love to learn. But anyways, I'll come back with you guys with more videos later.